As I was browsing through my Roblox account, I stumbled upon a random game that caught my eye. It was called Adopt Me, and it sounded like a lot of fun. I decided to give it a try, even though I had no idea what the game was about. As soon as I started the game, I was greeted with a little boy sitting on a couch. He appeared to be around 10 years old, and he had a wide smile on his face. He was wearing a cute dress and had on his head a pair of shades, similar to the ones used by skateboarders. He was clearly enjoying himself. I decided to interact with him and asked him if he wanted to be my friend. He agreed with a smile and we started chatting. He told me that he was named Max and that he loved playing Adopt Me on his computer. We continued talking for a while, and I even learned that he had a brother named Timmy. After we finished chatting, I decided to leave the game and head to another room. When I was about to leave, I looked back at Max and saw that he was still sitting on the couch, enjoying himself. I couldn't help but smile at how awesome he was playing the game. As I walked away from the game, I couldn't help but think about how amazing it was to meet a Roblox kid. It was like meeting a friend from another world, and it made me want to keep playing Adopt Me even longer. What an incredible experience. Hey guys! I just wanted to share with you this amazing story that my brother and I have been playing Roblox together. So, my brother has this cool Roblox game where you control a surfing robot, and you can build waves of different altitudes by tapping and releasing. Basically, you keep on tapping and releasing until you hit something or crash into the ocean. But that's not all. In this game, there are multiple levels, and on each level, the waves get harder and harder. The more you progress, the bigger the waves get, and that's where the real challenge starts. As you keep on leveling up, you get better power-ups and special moves that help you on your journey to become the ultimate Roblox champion. But the best part about this game is that you can play it with your brother, and together you can build the biggest and best waves ever. I love playing this game because it helps me unwind, and I get to have some fun with my brother. Plus, it's an excellent way to bond and spend quality time together. So, if you haven't tried this game yet, I highly recommend giving it a go. And who knows, you might just become the next Roblox legend. Hey there, I just had this amazing idea that I wanted to share with you all. It involves this little Roblox kid and his sister. They're both play outside in their playground, having a blast. And of course, you know how it goes. The sun is shining, the kids are playing soccer, and it's absolutely gorgeous outside. But as the story progresses, there's always one little twist. You see, as the siblings are playing, the sky suddenly darkens. A storm is brewing, and it only gets worse as a heavy downpour starts to pour. The little Roblox kid and his sister are not prepared for the storm. They're caught completely off guard, so they quickly find shelter inside a nearby playground shelter. The storm rages on, and as a result, the siblings are unable to go outside and play in the playground anymore. Feeling a bit sad, they decide to stay indoors and watch a movie. But as the movie comes to an end, the storm does too. There's a sudden power outage, and the siblings find themselves in the dark. They hear creaking noises outside, and they're worried that the storm might have broken into their home. The little Roblox kid doesn't want to let his sister worry, so he decides to investigate. With the help of his sister, he manages to find a flashlight under a nearby bench. They use it to explore their home and make sure that they're okay. Feeling a bit relieved, the siblings finally get to come outside once again. The storm has passed, and the sun is shining once again. The story concludes with the kids hugging and saying goodbye to each other, knowing that even on the darkest of days, there's always something fun to be had outside. As I was sitting in my room playing Roblox, I suddenly heard my mom yelling at my dad. I turned around to see my sister and brother running out of the room, their faces filled with fear. "I don't know what's happening, Mommy," my sister cried out. "Let's run," I exclaimed, taking my siblings in my arms. As we ran out of the room, my dad chasing after us, I could feel my stomach turning. I knew something terrible was about to happen. Just as we reached the front door, my mom and dad's argument turned into a full-blown fight. The loud screams and yelling can be heard clearly, and I could feel the tension on everyone's faces. "Why are you fighting, Dad?" I asked, trying to stay as calm as possible. "I don't know, honey," my dad replied, beads of sweat on his forehead. "I'm sorry, it was a mistake." I don't care," Mom replied, her voice quivering with emotion. "Let's go home, please." I took my siblings in my arms once again, trying to make them feel safe. "Don't worry, Mommy and Dad," I said. "I'm sure everything will be okay." Despite my words, I could see the fear on their faces. I knew they didn't want to be in that situation again, and I didn't want them to be. As we walked back home, I couldn't help but think about how my parents had fallen out. I hoped that, somehow, we could resolve our differences and stay happy together like before. That night, as I lay in bed, I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't help but think about my parents and the argument they had. I knew it was time for me to talk to them and try to figure things out. After all, our family was everything to me, and I didn't want anything to ruin that. Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So, I had another idea for a story that I really think you'd enjoy. It's about a family of 4, a kid named Timmy, his little sister Emily, their older brother Max, and their parents. They all loved to play Roblox together, but one day, their parents decided that it was time for them to have some alone time. So, they took Timmy, Emily, Max, and their parents to a hotel to have some fun. Everything was going great until later in the evening. The parents were having a conversation about something when their argument escalated and they started to yell at each other. The kids were sitting next to them, quietly watching, and they started to feel scared. "Timmy, Emily, Max, I don't want this to happen again. Emily, we don't want our parents to fight either." "Timmy, Max, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. We shouldn't have been watching. Their parents." Sighs. "I understand. Alright, I think it's time for us to be the grown-ups and fix this. So, let's just take a break and talk in our room." The family went to their room, where their parents decided to have a heart-to-heart conversation. They apologized for their argument and made a pact to be more patient and communicate better. After that, they all returned to the hotel room and continued playing Roblox together, enjoying their time again. The story ends with the family having a great time, just as they always did. But they learned that sometimes, arguments can make people feel scared, and it's important to try and fix things before it gets too much. So my little sister and I were playing in the woods one day, just enjoying the sun, and I decided to check on her. I wanted to make sure she was okay. As I wandered deeper into the woods, I realized that the path was completely washed away. I tried calling her, but no one answered. Panicking, I ran back to the safety of the bushes I had been hiding in, praying that she made it out okay. Then I heard heavy footsteps coming towards me. I knew it was her, but as I started to run, a man appeared out of nowhere. He had seen me calling for her and was running towards me with a firearm in hand. He told me to get down on the ground, and then he started searching my house for any weapons or tools he could use to hurt us. Luckily, he found nothing. He asked me if I knew where my sister was, and I told him she was safe. He let us go, and we all walked back to the safety of our house together. We couldn't believe that all was safe, and we had to celebrate with a big feast. We had caught a bunch of fish and ate it, and we stayed home that day, relaxing and catching up on each other. It was such a fun day, and it was a miracle that we all survived that day. Thank you so much for watching this video with me. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you had a wonderful time watching it. Before I go, I just want to send out a massive thank you to everyone who has supported me and this channel throughout this journey. Your likes, comments, and shares have meant the world to me, and I couldn't have reached this point without you. Now, let's quickly recap what you just watched. In this video, I had the pleasure of meeting some of you and sharing some unforgettable memories with you. We went on a magical adventure, visited a wonderland of activities, and even had some FaceTime with some of your favorite characters. I hope you enjoyed the experience as much as I did. As Christmas is fast approaching, I just want to take a moment to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope that this holiday season brings you joy, love, and laughter. And of course, I can't forget to wish you a fantastic year ahead filled with new adventures, opportunities, and successes. I'm excited to see what the future holds for me and you, so I'll see you all in the next part of this channel. Until then, take care, stay happy, and have a magical holiday season. Take care, and have a fantastic break. Bye for now.